Sapiens or Sapiens, who cares? Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Create your own prehistoric civilization and lead your tribe in a world you shape. Start with nothing, build towns and industry, and advance through thousands of years of technological breakthroughs in this intimate yet expansive colony sim. Yes, guys, Sapiens or Sapiens. I'm going to say Sapiens because I'm Mac. I'm allowed. So it's Sapiens, okay? Yeah, you choose where you want to put your Sapiens on the planet. It looks like a huge world, but it's actually not that big once you've plonked down your starting location. It's a city builder. You know the way it works with all of these games. They kind of have a lot of things in common, but then the better ones branch out more than the basic ones. So we'll see where this one lies at the moment. It's early access, so let's not get too carried away. There's a long road ahead for this game. Very long road ahead. But anyway, you plant your little starting place, and you realise that your Sapiens are the laziest bastards ever to set foot on the earth. They'd rather starve to death than pick up the berry that's actually a millimetre away from their hand. They are the laziest twats I've ever. Anyway, you learn that you have to do literally everything for them. So you start giving them food, giving them basic commands like, there's a stick, investigate it. Ooh, stick, ooh, stick. I hit people with stick. Ooh. That's just me. That was my caveman. That was bad, Mac. They find a stake, they find a stone, they investigate everything you have to tell them to, and they will discover that you can do certain things with sticks and stones. Like hit people with them, or make fire. I discover fire. They discover fire, guys, and all of this lovely stuff. They discover a tree and say, ooh, tree, hit tree with rock. I chop down tree with rock. All that kind of shit. They learn all of that, and you make things like a little crafting. It's not a crafting bench. Well, it is. It's kind of like a crafting bench thing, and you make everything on that. You know, your little things that you're gonna, little axes and stuff, and all the little tools, all the Stone Age shit that you can. And you have to start branching out, getting food, getting sticks, getting logs, making houses, and that kind of thing. Now, this is the problem I have with this game. I mean, it's early access, so let's not be too harsh, but there's very little in the game at the minute. There's some woolly mammoths around that it's quite funny when they come. There's like a bit of a fight goes on in the villages. You give them spears and shit. There's that, but there's not a lot to do in the. I got bored very quickly with this game because nothing makes sense. There's just not enough of it. I don't think it should have been released the way it is. I think there should have been way more. For example, water does nothing in the game. No one drinks anything in the game. Water's just irrelevant in the game. And so is building houses and upgrading the building materials for houses, because you get zero benefit from it. It's not like, oh, their happiness and they love being in a more secure, well-built house. No, just build them a house out of basic grass, and they don't give a shit whether it's got a tiled roof or just a bit thatch. In fact, the tiled roofs, the more advanced roofs, look worse because you can't stretch them like you can. Well, it's not stretch them, but you can't place them like you can with thatched roofs. So the buildings look worse. So that there's no real reason to expand in this game. And I know it's early access, but nearly every early access city builder should have that in place, I think, before they are unleashed on us, the paying customer. So, yeah, not happy with that. Not happy with the fact that there's no water. They're not happy with the fact that the buildings kind of mean they're meaningless, pretty much, at this stage of the game. And as are a lot of other things in the game, that there's just nothing in there to do aside from feed them, get them to investigate stuff. You can, like I say, you can have fights with ye old mammoths there, build basic tools and things like that, and music and stuff. But generally speaking, this is a very, very bare bones. It's almost like a proof of concept rather than something to invest your money in at the minute. I was quite surprised at just how bare bones this game is for an early access. It should have way more in it. So I'm gonna I'm not thumbing it down, but I'm certainly not giving it a thumb up. This is getting a middle thumb because I have no idea where this is going. This is a very tentative kind of game at the minute. It almost feels like, I mean, I shouldn't really say this because I don't know, but it just doesn't feel like the developer has done a lot in this game yet, and that worries me, because when I see a game in as early stages as this, and they're charging £20 for it, pretty much £19.49, that sets off alarm bells for me, because what is that all they've done with it? I mean, yeah, you can have your nice little settlement, you can have a building that's empty because there's nothing to put in it. There's literally nothing. There's hardly any content in the game. So you have these big buildings and all this stuff that looks like aesthetically okay, but it serves zero purpose, because a lot of the real coding doesn't exist in this game. And that alarms me a little bit. That alarms me. I think it should have been way further forward. So this is a one that's going on the burner, and we're going to have to come back to this and just see how far it progresses in, say, 6 months. So we'll try and come back in 6 months and just see where we are with this. But if you are diving in now, buyer beware, there's not a lot in here. It's a bit smoke and mirrors at the minute. It kind of looks as if it's a bit fleshed out, but under the bonnet, when you lift the hood up on this, there's a lawnmower engine, unfortunately. Very disappointing, actually. But it is very positive on Steam, with tons of reviews. It's raking in the money. So, hey, buyer beware, buyer beware.